We're gonna make some soap. We're gonna make some soap. Soap, 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 soap. Soap, 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 soap. So. Hello! What we're going to make is a Valentine's Day themed, because it's January 6th now, so it'll be ready at like Valentine's Day. So I was thinking for Valentine's Day, I have this like pink Himalayan salt sampler stuff I got from Brambleberry, and I've been wanting to try it. I've got my Love Bite pink here. I can show that. It is very pink, but it's not the like neon pink that Tickled Me pink is, but it is definitely not too shabby. The fragrances that we're doing is a combination of Secret Garden and Coastal Rain. It has like some sweet notes for sure, like some bergamot and stuff, but it's definitely more like that fresh after the rain sort of smell, but with some of the like more you're in a gift shop at the beach sort of fragrances. And then Secret Garden is a bunch of different floral fragrances. So it really smells as if you were walking into the Secret Garden. Do you remember the Secret Garden movie? When I was a kid, my mom was a big gardener, and she like basically had a giant secret garden in the backyard, and I was obsessed with it. I loved it very, very much. And I would pretend that I was the little princess girl in a secret garden. We are gonna go ahead and get started. I already have my milk measured out, still frozen. We're gonna get started with our oils here. I'm gonna set our milk to the side, and we are going to start off with our olive oil. Bum, 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 bum. We want about 18.15 ounces, which I think might finish off this bottle, which would be great. Oh, oh, oh. Come on, there's like literally a teeny tiny, it's fine, because that way I can finish off that bottle. Castor oil, bop, 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 3.3 ounces of castor oil, glub, 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 a little bit over, okay, that's fine, just means I need to go a little bit higher on my lye when we get there. And then our shea butter, we want 1.65 ounces. Bum, bum, bum. Last but certainly not least, our coconut oil. Bop, 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 bop. And I got a big tub of it, because I do love me some coconut oil. It does such a nice job of, coconut oil in our recipe is what does a really nice job of making it a sudsier soap. It also helps to like harden the bar as well. So that's always really nice. I don't mind a soft bar, but it is nice to have it like feel, solid. And okay, here comes, I'm going to just blend up our oils really quick, so this will be a little bit noisy. So if you are wearing headphones, here's a heads up to turn them down or take an ear out, and let's blend up our oils. Honestly, like, the blender noise is the kind of ASMR I like. Oils are nice and blended, so that is very good. I will just set you right there. Thank you. Very nice, out of my way. And it is time for me to glove up, because it's time to do our lye. Okay, I have not opened this one yet, so hang on. It is tight. There we go. I just had to put my whole body into it. Okay, so we want about a little under 4.65 ounces. All right, that's about halfway. And so I'm gonna let it sit for a second, and I'm gonna stir. And make sure that we don't go too fast. I think that is pretty good. We can go ahead and do the other half of our lye. Oh, I have missed my lye beads. Very good. But yeah, if you remember from the last time we made soap, and for a couple of months there in the fall, I wasn't able to get my lye from my usual supplier, and I had to go with Brambleberry's lye, which isn't bad. I like Brambleberry, but their lye is the lye flakes, and it just like does not work as well with frozen goat milk as the beads do. I am a little bit impressed and freaked out because if I'm doing good, that means there might be something wrong. That's okay. Okay, our lye is fully mixed, so we now move into more blending. So here is that sound warning again one more time. And shoop, 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 shoop. And the main thing here is I just want it to get like mixed up just enough that it's fully mixed, but not over processing. Alright, we still have a little bit of striations, but not too bad. So I think we're really well mixed there. I'm going to set that, and I'm going to quickly paper towel out this little cup. So that way, because I'm going to do a like half pink, half not. And so I want this not to have unprocessed lye in it. So now is the part where I move quickly. That is all cleaned up. And we're definitely processing, but we're not going too quick, so that's not too shabby. I'm gonna take that off, grab my spatula. So I'm just trying to like, as evenly as I can. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm gonna put the pink in here, in this big one. Get as much of that pink color out as we can. And set that. And then I'm gonna put this fragrance and this one. And a little bit of sodium lactite in both to help with hardening and preserving and all that jazz. And I think I'm going to switch back to my big spatula for mixing this. I think we do need to do the little spatula, only because I might have filled this up a little bit too much. This is a very full, oh, we're dripping everywhere. We're dripping, we're messing. That is okay. It's fine. That's what this table is for. It is for my mess. Come on. I definitely overfilled this. That was my mistake. Why do I do these things to myself? I do not know. There we go. We are fully mixed in here. And I'm going to have a little bit of a mess to clean up. That's not too bad. Okay. Put that down. And I think what I'm going to do is an in the pot sort of swirl. And then a little bit on this side. Because I don't like need it to be like super crazy. And I'm going to save a little bit to scrape onto the top. Set that down. Scrape, scrape. Grab a paper towel to clean up my mess as I go. Yes. Oh my gosh. It smells so good. Like, it definitely is giving me like February. Like, the flowers are just starting to poke up. Oh, we're a little soap on a stick. Come here, spatula. Not too bad though, like still like very like loose. It's not like full on soap in a stick. It's just like, okay, I'm done and I'm ready to be soap. Can you please put me in a mold? That's what my soap says. Do your crafts talk to you while you're doing them? Because they certainly talk to me. Okay. And can I just like squish you a little bit in, squish in. All right, and I'm gonna tap this down really quick. I'm just like trying to like smooth out the top a little bit. I haven't decided what I want to do with the top. But because we're gonna put some salt flakes, and then I've got some like large coarse salt to put on top, so I'm kind of debating, I might just do a little, here, let's get some of this white, and then I am gonna like try and give this a little bit more of that striation on top here. Oh my gosh, this smells so good. I love it when it smells good even like while it's like in like the middle of its like main soaping process. Because like in theory it should not smell good. It should smell kind of like chemicals right now. But because I like to fragrance heavily, it still smells a lot like its fragrance. And I think, all right, I think that that is pretty good. And I am going to clean up the sides really quick. Ba, 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 ba. But I think we definitely have some like nice like different shades of pink because some of the pink has mixed with the off-white, which is kind of nice. So we'll have a couple different shades within. And oh, that was a little bit of a bigger spot than I thought. Okay. Put that in there. And then I want to do with my spoon just a little bit of a spoony mountain. It's not going to be like a big steep mountain range. Just like some like sort of like petals almost. We've got a couple different options, but I think I kind of like medium because we're just doing it on top. And we'll kind of see how I feel after that. Just a little sprinkle. And so because we're putting the salt on top, I'm not going to spray it with rubbing alcohol like I would normally do to finish off a soap, because you don't want the rubbing alcohol to make the salt dissolve before it actually like goes to a home. But I do like this. I like the idea of it being a Salty Valentine. I mean, we've been talking about making this soap for quite a while because I was just like, I need a soap that like embodies, like, how can I do to make, like, what would be a good theme for my Himalayan sea salt samples to try them out? And then I think let's try, we've got small and we've got fine. You're the saltiest about love. I feel like that's, you know, like I'm married, but it's still fun. Like, we're not really Hallmark holiday kind of people. And so like, we might get each other like a card for Valentine's, or we might try to like do something around that same week, but like we can do that anytime. It doesn't have to be just on certain days. And so we tend not to do big celebrations and stuff for Valentine's Day, although a lot of people do and they love it. But so I've always kind of been a Salty Valentine, to be totally fair. To be totally fair. I am a bit of a Salty Valentine. They look like little rocks, like little gems, but they're actually salt. They're large, coarse salt pieces. And so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I basically have one for each bar. So I think we could probably try to put one in the middle of each bar. But I love that because then, like, you know, rather than just having a rock in your soap, they're biodegradable. They go to, like, they can, like, wash down your sink when they fall off your bar. Yeah, I think that they're really cute. I will probably, because I still have so much of the other samples, I'll probably buy more of these for if I want to make another salty soap. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hi friends, look at this soap I made. Like, so you can see on the inside the different colors. And then I'm gonna try and show you the top. Internet. But yes, I'm very excited. So the top ended up being like almost exactly pink Himalayan sea salt color, which I was kind of surprised by. So the Secret Garden is supposed to discolor a little off-white. We ended up with a very sort of like yellow. We're gonna try and hold this here so you can kind of see just the loaf. Boop, 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 boop. It feels really nice. So this was like the first soap we've made in a while that just like worked in terms of like the actual soap making process. So often I feel like I've been having like something go wrong as I'm making soap. I love the like salty swirls. So let's see what we get inside, shall we? And we will, try and do this in such a way where I am not pulling off too much of the salt on top. Look at that. This is just the butt. I am loving the way that the colors are swirling together. The pink is definitely very like Valentine's Day pastel, which I am here for. Okay, and then this is our last bar. So then there's our butt, our other butt. Butts, butts, butts. Ooh, I love this. I don't know why, but I just love how pretty soap butt, yes. I really like it. My Salty Valentine. You want to like keep track of stuff. I have been posting a little bit more on Instagram. Thank you guys for hanging out this morning. Thank you for your patience with all of the tech stuff. Thank you for cheering on our Salty Valentine's Day soap. And I appreciate all of you. I hope you get to do something today that helps reload your battery a little bit, recharge your battery a little bit, helps you to feel a little bit closer to whatever you're needing today. And we will see you next time. Bye.